What is up, good people? It's me, G-Paw, back with another amazing Marvel Strike Force video. In this one, we're going to talk all about this comment I got on my last video I put out, asking what should I spend my power cores on? What's of good value? What do you recommend? That type of stuff. I'm actually going to read the comment here, and I want to shout out to Michelangelo2192 on YouTube. Thank you so much for commenting on my videos. I love it. It makes me think. It gave me this video idea, as well as it helps my brain think more into Marvel Strike Force, right? What are newer players and other players thinking about? What can I make content on? I really appreciate this comment. In this video, we're going to answer it, and we're going to break it down. Alright, so I don't want to go into the filter. Hey, I have about 5.5k power cores because I've only been spending them on my 450 core refreshes every day. Would you recommend doing the 100 gem refreshes, or is there something else you'd advise me to spend them on? And that's what we're going to dive into right here. Again, thank you, Michelangelo. I'm going to give you the best tips and advice I can on what to spend your power cores on, as well as some things you want to avoid, because there are some traps in this game. And when your power cores start stacking up, you kind of burn through them, and that's the mistake I actually just made, going for Vol. Now, I wasn't sure they were going to give us Vol, so I went in here and I opened some orbs. And we're going to start off with one thing I don't recommend doing. I don't recommend ever buying any of these out of here for 450 power cores or 375. I don't recommend buying these. They are not good value in my personal opinion. Again, all these down here can be bought for power cores when you don't have orbs saved up. They are not good value in my opinion. You can't buy these two for power cores, I don't believe. But I would not recommend buying out of here. Now, I had like 6,000 power cores saved up for my first 5 weeks of playing. And I came in here and I opened the orb for Vol. It was like this, but it was for Vol. Right here. Maybe it wasn't that one. I don't know. It's like this one. But now it's for the Prince of Asgard, Teen Loki, right? And I spent the 675 and I bought like 6 or 7 of them. And I hit a 60 shard drop for Vol. I ended up getting 99 shards for like 5,000 power cores. And I regret it now. Okay, I don't regret it because I got the big drop. But if I didn't get that 60 shard drop, I would regret it because it just burns up your power cores, right? And this is something you can do if you're a light or heavy spinner and you have a reasonable income of power cores every couple weeks. You could absolutely do this, but I would not recommend buying other orbs out of here like this. I wouldn't recommend this at all for 1,000 power cores. I just don't find these to be of good value, and I would never buy these for 450 or the gold orbs, in my personal opinion. Now, another thing you don't want to do is I would say never buy these for 450 cores for 5 shards. That is terrible price. These characters will come to you in the game. Now, if you needed 5 more shards for a character that isn't in the game currently that can't be farmed, and you had 450 cores, absolutely make a personal decision. Grab this, it would unlock him. You'd have access to that character. Or wait till they become farmable. Otherwise, I'd recommend highly against this. Also, if you're looking to buy gold for gold orbs, while we're in here, you can buy a gold orb for 450 power cores, or you can come to the offers section. And usually here at the bottom, it'll give you 4 gold orbs for 900 cores. Let me see if I have the offer. Alright, it's not showing up right now, but there's usually one that'll say 900 power cores for 3 gold orbs. And if you buy them here for 450 a piece, you're only going to get 2 gold orbs for 900. Whereas you'd get 300 in this offer section when it appears. Now, again, both those are terrible ways to spend your power cores, and I would recommend against it. But I definitely wanted to point it out here for everybody. Now, a good way to spend your power cores, and like Michelangelo said, they are doing what I was doing. The 450 core refreshes, you should be doing this every day, every player, absolutely. It's how you progress your account, right? For the energy here. And then stopping at the 100s. Now, when you hit level 55, you're going to have ISO 8 campaign energy as well. And I'm doing these currently because there's an event going on. Otherwise, I usually only do 1 or 2 if necessary. And sometimes I don't even do that because it's too many power cores that I'm spending, essentially. I'm not profiting. I'm not gaining power cores from Arena anymore. I'm actually dwindling in power cores, and I don't like to do that, right? But this is a great way to spend energy or power cores for your characters. And we'll dive into the campaign here real quick and talk about that. So, you're gaining experience for your account. When you do 450 core refreshes right here, your account's going to level up. Your overall account's going to level up quicker, and you're going to approach that level 65 and 70 to get in Dark Dimension. That level 80 to 95, you know, to be like in-game domination, be able to level your characters even higher levels. This experience is one of the best things ever, and you should always try to get energy for your power cores, you know what I mean? You're also getting some gold, gear, as well as ISO 8s, which is what we're here for, right? That's a good way to spend your power cores if you're looking for an outlet and some way to progress your account fast. So like here, usually if you just do the 450 regulars, you're going to level up slowly, right? You need a ton of experience. You're doubling that by buying these. Now, I do want to say there are events, and we got another one coming up this week from the blog. Definitely go watch my blog video talking about events that require you to spend power cores. So, spending campaign energy and spending power cores. Doing those 450 refreshes on ISO 8 energy is going to score me another 200 points a day right here for this event. And it goes for 5 days. That's another 1,000 points, right? And that's how I'm going to actually get the boots. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get Cosmo. Maybe Korg. Maybe not Korg, but I can definitely get Cosmo just by doing that. So that's one reason to spend your power cores, is if it's helping you in an event. Now don't feel forced to do it. You should always be able to get these pieces in these month-long events free to play. You shouldn't have to spend your power cores. That's your premium currency. If you want to go all out on one of your favorite characters ever in one of these orbs, feel free to do that. Like I said, with Vol having the highest attack power in the game, I didn't know that they were going to give her to us, or give Vol to us for free. So I went in here and I spent my power cores, right? And I tried to get a jump on the meta. I tried to get a jump on my opponents and help my account be stronger, essentially. And Vol is one of those game-changing characters that I didn't want to miss out on. So I came in here and I spent the 675. And that's always something you got to personally decide on your own, okay? Don't ever listen to a YouTuber or anybody else. This is your power core, so that's totally up to you, but it's not really good value, okay? Now, another thing that's going on right now, and these come quite often, and this is an amazing way to spend your power cores. In my personal opinion, this is the best thing to ever spend them on, and you should actually save power cores for when these events come. Right here, also an alligator. I'm going to make a video personalized about this and what I'm doing and what I thought of this event later. But what I want to point out here is I came up here and I did my 50 core refreshes. I actually ran out of cores, so I had to buy the strike pass to get that 1,000 power cores, because I don't buy power core offers. And I was trying to wait to see if I maxed out the strike pass, right? Which I always do. I like to wait towards the end of it to buy it. So I do my 450 cores here for this energy, and I'm actually farming the gear. Now these are G15 or G14 mini uniques, I do believe. And you need them for every character, essentially. And you're going to get like your Mystic, you know what I mean? Mutant, Bio, and so on. Tech, Skill. But I went in here and I farmed this. If you needed this gear and you don't need this gear, you could set here and refresh this for 50 if you wanted to. I'm not doing that because I need all the gear. So I played this node 10 times. I played this node 10 times. This node 10 times. And this is where it changes. You get a different catalyst on each one of these. And I've only ever ran out of these in these. So I want to go after the node for this. And the reason, again, this is good value is you're getting experience for your overall account. So absolutely, just like ISO 8 and regular campaign energy, you're leveling up your overall account. This is a great way to spend your power cores, as well as you're building gold and gear, right? Now, obviously, if I could do this node without worrying, I would come in here and play it. But I can't hit fight and then hit auto. Otherwise, it loses. I actually have to think about it and play it out, or I'll lose the fight. Otherwise, I'd have did this node, this node, this node, and this node. And I'm going to do all three of these right here, and eventually this one, for the 11 days. So I'll be spending 200 power cores every day in here personally. And that's just going to help me with events as well. But it's also really great value for your account. Because right now all my characters are gear tier 12-ish. 11 and 12. Okay, I don't have a single 12. But we got a lot of 11s. They're going towards 12, right? Level 65 is when you hit gear tier 12. Level 70 is when you hit gear tier 13. And I'm going to need that gold gear to start pumping into my characters, right? And that's why that's so amazing. But also for my milestone event here, spending power cores again, another 200 in that, as also an alligator event, is just going to give me another 1,000 points towards this event, which will more than likely get me my 20 Korg shards, right? So I would look for events to line up when you're going to spend your power cores, personally. Otherwise, I would always, like you doing, 50 core refreshes here, and then ISO 8s. It's a great source of gear, and I will admit, I'm crunched right here for my Mystic piece, the glyphs. I'll go in here and I'll actually scroll way over, and this could be for any piece of gear, right? But when you scroll over enough, you can fight it with ISO energy. So I could come in here right now and hit this and do my 50 core refreshes. That's what I've been doing, and that's why it's maxed too as well. And I'm farming this. As you can see, I only got 7 fights left on it, out of a total of 20 attempts. So I've been doing that already today right here. But that's what I do as well. You can spend your power cores to refresh that energy to get gear for your account, as well as ISOs and XP, right? We need that experience. That's what it's really about. And that's really all I got for power coring. There will be some weird events where you got to do, the more raid battles you do, you get points for an event. You could spend power cores to attack again if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's something you could do. And I know people out there in big alliances do this. When you're out of this currency, it jumps to power cores. So you can spend 50 and 100 power cores getting more raid energy to attack and go further. But I would never recommend that. It's not a good way to spend. I get 10-ish attacks every day in each raid anyhow over a 24-hour period. I'm not going to spend my premium currency to do more. But I just want to kind of point that out there as another option. And I think that's really it. I don't know if you can spend power cores on alliance attacks or not, honestly. I do believe that's the only way. Or arena's another place too. If you're making a push in an arena, I guess, would be good to point out, you can spend 25 power cores. I have no attacks left, but if I spend the 25, I can attack. And it goes up. It jumps up to 50 and 100 and such, the more attacks you do. But like, let's say you were in 200th place and you just upgraded a legendary or something, a game-changing character, and you're going to be able to beat these teams. I could easily just do 25, beat it, do 25, beat the next one, and it would jump you up into a next reward bracket. I actually did that early on, climbing the ranks, so just so I could be in the top 100. Otherwise, you get stuck back here, and 5 attacks ain't enough to get you up there, you know what I mean? So that's something else to bear in mind. But otherwise, that's really all I can say for power cores. Don't spend them in the store here. Don't spend them on these. Try not to anyway. And definitely don't buy these orbs for 450 power cores. That's $4.50 per orb. I just don't think that's good value. And if you know what I mean, if you can throw 450 away like that, then you don't need this video, believe me, right? But again, I want to thank Michelangelo for that comment, because that is a huge topic, what to spend your power cores on. And honestly, I always wait for these campaigns. And I miss the ones where they used to give you orb fragments, and you'd open orbs, and it would drop 8 character shards plus for characters. And that's how I built out my roster back in the day. And I haven't seen them since I started the game, I don't believe. Maybe for the Cosmo event, they did that. But that was one of the best ways to get character shards, was to actually do these campaigns and refresh the energy. I would even do the 100 refreshes sometimes, just because those orb fragments were so good. Alright, but that's all I got. Definitely like and subscribe. We're headed for that 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop. And I'll catch you all on the next one.